Hi, everyone. It is Wednesday, August 21st. It's 12 noon, and we are here today for a Wednesday weekly check in chat. So, how is everybody doing today? I hope you're all doing well and having a great summer day. Hold on one second. I got my other device on with some sound. See if I can get it off. My grandbaby was listening to something on my tablet. I had the sound turned up for her. There we go. Now I have the sound back down. So, anyway, August is almost over, but we have like another 30 days until fall. I believe fall starts around the 21st of September, but a lot of people are already wishing it was fall. They've had enough of this hot summer. Let me see if it tells me. Hmm, Let me look one other place. Might tell me. Okay. All right. It says it starts September 22nd. So I was pretty close. Pretty close. See if I can get to comments. There we are. So September 22nd will be the first day of fall. Here in South Georgia, we'll still have hot weather, even in September on into October. We really don't get our fall until the end of October, beginning of November, and we don't have winter really until December and January. Sometimes our coldest month is January or February. So, South Georgia is not like the rest of the United States when it comes to weather. Pretty much not the same. Anyway, I'm going to wait and see if a few people come in. It doesn't look like we have too many people in here right now, but welcome. If you're new to the channel, thank you for giving us a look. If you like what you see and like what you hear today, please consider subscribing. If you're already a subscriber and you're a returning viewer, thank you very much. Without you, I would have no channel and I would have no one to talk to. I will do live streams and videos just to hear myself talk, though, they say. So let's go ahead and talk about some exciting news. I don't know if anyone has any birthdays today that they're wanting to celebrate, anniversaries, promotions, graduations, new jobs, new babies, um, anything like that. I know a lot of the teachers are celebrating that they're back in school and finally getting things kind of on a routine. We had a kind of a slow start here in South Georgia due to the Hurricane Debbie that came through. They had went on a Friday, was supposed to go back to school that following Monday, and did not end up being able to go. And so they missed, I believe, Monday and Tuesday that next week. So then they only had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then the following Monday, they got to go a whole week. So my daughter is very glad at her school that they are finally starting to get all of the students into class and starting to get everything rolling for the new school year. Hello, Creative Soil. How are you doing today? How's your weather there in Oklahoma? I hope you're doing well. I hope your summer is not too hot. I'm sure you're working on your garden. Hello, Misha Lee. How are you today? Happy Wednesday. On my Wednesday live streams, I try to celebrate any good news anyone has, any birthdays, anniversaries, promotions, new jobs, new babies, um, really anything like that. And Misha says she's doing well. And how are you? I am doing wonderful. I have had my eye doctor recheck and I've had my primary care doctor visit yesterday. And I went and had lab work done this morning. And so everything is just falling into place health wise since I've had my weight loss surgery. This is week number 6, and I am down to 272, which makes me have lost 46 pounds so far. I did start back at the gym this week on Monday, so that's another exciting thing that's going on in my life. I went Monday. I was able to kind of take a step back and look at the equipment, look at what the YMCA has to offer. Now, they have rooms that have equipment just for women, just for men. Then they have the co-ed section where anybody is allowed to go. And then they have even different types of equipment in different areas. So I did do some walking around and trying to look and see where some of the different machines were and, what was really available to me. I did an update post about it, and one of my followers did mention that at the YMCA you can actually get a trainer to kind of give you a tour and talk to you about the different machines and even give you a suggested routine to follow. And being that I am a beginner when it comes to the weight machines and lifting weights and all that fun stuff, I will need some help in that department. I don't know exactly what to do. I did walk on the treadmill some, and I didn't realize, but their treadmills are up on a platform that you have to step up onto and then step up onto the platform. That was a little bit daunting at first. I thought, oh no, am I going to be able to climb up there? But I did it, and I was able to walk on the treadmill some. I also tried the stationary bicycle. Now, that didn't work out as well because I couldn't get my feet on the pedals to keep my feet on the pedals. There is a strap across the top of your foot, and I didn't know how to adjust that. But I do now. I figured that out. So I will be able to adjust the strap. And then I also did the elliptical machine for a little bit. That also I had to climb up on, and I was not prepared for that. So I did get up there and I was able to do it. And then I did the chest machine, and I also did some bicep curls with the machine. I didn't want to do too much that first day because I didn't want to be sore, and I really didn't want to overdo it. So I really didn't push myself. I decided that each day, because I'm going Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, in the afternoon after I take baby girl home to her mama, then I will be able to go to the Y. And I had planned on doing a little bit more each time I go, a little longer distance wise, or more repetitions of the exercise, or something like that. Hello, BJ. Welcome. Let's see what Creative Soil said, the weather is cool at the moment, but it's been really hot. I've been doing mechanic work, my lawnmower and chainsaw, hit and miss on the results. Oh, wow. And Mark from Corner Clubhouse Cobalt, welcome in, Mark. Yeah, I'm not very mechanically inclined, so I would have to take my stuff into a shop to get it serviced or worked on because I wouldn't know what to begin to do with any of that. But good luck to you, Creative Soil, that you get those things working because I know you need them in the kind of work that you do. So, anyway, on Monday, I also had my eye doctor recheck, and I have what they call diabetic retinopathy, which basically means I have some little blood vessels in my eyes that are bleeding. And the doctor's having me come every 4 months and rechecking my eyes to make sure that those bleeders are being absorbed back into my body. And this time, some were absorbed and some were new. So it's still happening. And that is a direct result of my diabetes and my high blood sugars. So, with the weight loss surgery and losing the weight, the diabetes will come into to check better, and that will hopefully get my eyes better as well. So, I do have to go back in another 4 months and have it checked out. She told me not to worry because it does take your body a while to catch up, especially when you have something like that going on, and that eventually, when I have my blood sugars in good control, eventually my eyes will get better. Right now, they're all on the outside around my eye, so they're not affecting my vision, which is a good thing. Once it starts bleeding in the center of your eye, then your eyesight becomes very blurry, and then you can actually see like black patches, where you can't see what's in front of you. So I do have to keep a check on that. And I also had my primary care physician appointment on Tuesday, and she was very, very happy with my progress so far with the weight loss and how I recovered from the surgery. And she did order some blood work, which I went and had done this morning to make sure that things are, on track. She wanted me to have the blood work done in her office yesterday morning, but their lab person wasn't going to be able to do that. She had an appointment to go to. And so they said, come in this morning. So I went at 5:30 and got to my daughter's house by 6 o'clock and picked up Anna East. And by 6:30, we were at Walmart, and we walked around Walmart for about an hour and left Walmart about 7:30, got to the doctor's office. They don't open till 8, so we sat in the car for a few minutes, finally went in at 8 o'clock, only to have them tell me that the lab person wasn't there again and that I couldn't get my blood work done there, but that I could go over to the hospital and have it done at the hospital. So that's what I did. We have a satellite campus for our hospital that isn't too far from the doctor's office. So I went over there. I was able to get the blood work. Anna East thoroughly enjoyed it because when they gave me my ID bracelet, they made her an ID bracelet and put stickers on it. And the lady gave her some stickers. And then whenever I got to the lab person gave her stickers as well. So she had a good time. She thought it was really fun going and getting blood work done. Anyway, so I'll get the results from those blood tests and urine tests, in a few days. But I'm confident that everything will be good. I also, on the way to my daughter's this morning, hello, Kristen. Welcome in, my friend. On my way to my daughter's, where I live in this little tiny town, there is a lot of new construction going on. and they're tearing down a lot of the wooded areas. They did when they built these apartments that we live in. And so the deer really don't have much, area, much habitat left anymore. So we see them quite frequently. And I saw one on the side of the road this morning. And they say when you see one, there's usually more than one because they travel in herds. But I only saw the one, and it was a big deer. Luckily, it stayed on the side of the road and I didn't hit it or anything like that. But it makes me so sad. I'm glad things are building up. I'm glad we're getting new businesses and new places to live and all of that. But it makes me sad that the habitats for the animals are being destroyed by them, doing all this new construction. Now, most of the time, the animals will either migrate to another habitat, another area where they can live, or they'll try to adapt to the area, after the construction, which I think is what's happened, that we have a few deer that have not decided to move on and they're still in the neighborhood. And we don't have a lot of wooded areas left, so I'm not sure where they go at night or where they're sleeping or anything like that, but they are, in the neighborhood. So I looked up some facts about that, and the odds of hitting a deer in Georgia are 1 in 108. And the national average is 1 in 127. So we definitely have a lot of deer running around in Georgia. And they said that the busiest season or time that you'll see the deer would be November, October, and then December. So November is the first busiest, then second busiest would be October, and third busiest month would be December. So definitely coming up in the fall, we're going to be seeing more and more of our wildlife out and about. So I'm glad that I didn't hit the deer, because my little car would be really crunched up bad, because I have just a little tiny car. It's like a little matchbox car, we call it. It is a Toyota Scion, and it's very boxy, very square shaped, and it just doesn't seem like it would hold up to hitting, a massive deer. Not sure if it would or not. The next thing I wanted to talk about is I am getting my first YouTube paycheck. I got the email today saying AdSense has made the payment. And so it's only a matter of time that money arrives in my bank account. And it's going to be $102.02. But that took me about 6 months to accumulate. So I feel like I might get 1 or 2 checks a year, if that. So I'm not going to be making a lot of money, but it's still fun. And I'm going to take that money and use it to pay the postage on all the giveaway items that I've got to mail out. I've got everybody's address. I've got everybody's packages made up and addressed and ready to go. So if that hits my bank account tomorrow, I will go tomorrow to the post office and mail them out. Hi, John P. Adventures. Welcome. If it doesn't hit whatever day this week it does hit, I will be going to the post office and I will be getting those packages mailed out. I do want to hear from y'all, though. What has everybody been up to? Is everybody still gardening and all of that? Bella's Whisper Farmstead, Kristen, if y'all have not seen her video about her butchering the cow and all the meat that she got from her cow, y'all need to watch that video. I was totally amazed that you would get that much meat. I really was. So, y'all watch that and give Kristen some love. BJ, he just got monetized. So, you need to go check out the Insomniac. Uh, I guess it's Insomniac Cafe. Whatever. He does the late night stream. Um, but he also does jokes on his channel, things like that. Misha Lee says, my garden is about done, but I am way late harvesting my potatoes. I'm interested on how they grow, how the potatoes grow. Um, I saw somebody had some potatoes that they found in their um, basement or cellar or something. Anyway, they had all the little roots coming on them, the little eyes, how when potatoes get old. And they took and they made like a trench in their flower bed or in the raised bed, made a trench, put the big potatoes in there and covered it over and watered it. And that's supposed to grow potatoes. So I can't remember whose channel that was. I watch so many of y'all's videos that I sometimes forget, um, whose video it was that I saw. But that was really interesting to me because I would have thought those potatoes were beyond help. I wouldn't have thought about planting them. Um, let's see. Misha says, hi, Bella. Great. I will also do a fall garden in a few weeks. And then Kristen said, Echo, that might have been me. I found eyed potatoes in my pantry and planted them. I think it was you, Kristen. I know it was somebody that I watch regularly, and I was just like amazed because I would have never thought to do that, on my own. So I was like, wow. That is a good idea, to do that. I hadn't really, thought about doing something like that. Okay. I think I'm caught up. But even though I live in an apartment and I don't have a homestead, I do enjoy watching y'all's adventures and what you do on your channels, very much so. And I grew up in Indiana with a big garden, and my mama, froze a lot of vegetables and canned things. And they always bought a cow with my aunt and uncle, and they split the meat. And so we always had meat in the freezer. And where I lived in Indiana, it would get blizzards and snowed in, and you couldn't go to the grocery store, so you had to prepare and have things put up in the freezer. Hi, Mimi. How are you today? Mimi does a lot of that kind of stuff too on her channel. A lot of canning and preserving and dehydrating and all that kind of stuff too. And it's kind of a lost art. It's kind of like people, we got into technology and convenience foods and things like that. And we said, what the heck? There's no famine, there's no shortage. We don't have to do all that. But, a lot of people are realizing that we really do need to have things on hand because we don't know what's going to happen. Anything could happen. And I think it's a good idea um, to think about those things and to start. I don't mean go out and go crazy, spend all your money on stuff, but, start slow, start putting things up that you can. Mimi says, I'm okay. Groggy from muscle relaxer for my back. Oh, Mimi. I don't know why my camera got all blurry there all of a sudden, y'all. Hold on. It'll focus back in. I'm sorry your back is hurting. So anyway, I remember my mom making her own tomato sauce and stewed tomatoes, and she would can those, and of course all the green beans and just all kinds of vegetables out of the garden. We would freeze them and can them, and um, we had a big like utility room. Hi, Ark Wildman Survival. How are you doing today? We had like a big utility closet that had a freezer in it, and my dad built shelves in there. And my mom would have all the things she canned, all stacked up in there real nice. And um, that's how I grew up. So I've always kind of been like, I don't like to just buy what I have to have for what I'm going to make. I like to make sure I have things in my pantry um, for meals when I don't want to have to go to the grocery store, and I just keep certain things on hand. But if I was able to can and had a freezer and things like that, I'm sure I would be right in there with y'all buying getting the produce and really going to town with it. I do want to in the spring. I do have a patio, and I want to in the spring try to do like container gardening with cherry tomatoes and the baby cucumbers and maybe bell peppers. One year I did have a cherry tomato plant, and it actually produced quite a lot of cherry tomatoes. And I thought it had died off, but the next year it came back again. So I had 2 seasons off of that one cherry tomato plant. So I do want to do that. And there's other things, and I think like Kristen mentioned, you can grow the potatoes in a bucket. So that's interesting to me, and I might, try my hand at that. I wouldn't mind doing some of the little small potatoes. That might work out well in a bucket. Now, Ark Wildman Survival, if y'all are not friends with him, you need to check it out. He goes out, camps out in the wilderness, in a tree, um, goes fishing. He shows you what to forage, what you can eat, what's good to eat, what not to eat, all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, check out Ark Wildman Survival. Very good channel. And I've been seeing his channel for almost the whole time I've been on YouTube. So Misha Lee says, I grow everything in containers or raised beds. Yeah. I have one of those spool tables that is made from the big spool that the cable wire comes on, or any kind of wire, but I have one of those on my patio, and I use that to plant my plants and, repot stuff and all that. But I thought what I could do is get one of those plastic kiddie swimming pools and punch holes in the bottom of it and put it on top of the table and fill it up with soil, and then I could plant the things in it. Be easy for me to reach and tend to it that way. So I kind of, want to do it that way and see how it does. I know those little plastic swimming pools aren't very expensive. and I think it would be good. Um, would be easy to do. So I'm excited about those plans that I have for in the spring. Georgia has a long growing season. So when I say spring, I'm talking probably if I start them by seed, I'll be doing it inside like, I don't know, February, March, something like that, really early. Um, Misha says that's a good idea as long as there's enough depth for what you want to grow. Oh, well, I could also take the pots and put the pots in the swimming pool. And be able to have deeper pots if I need them to be deep. See, I still have to do research on that kind of stuff because I'm not 100% sure. The pot that I had my cherry tomato plant in, it was rather a large pot, deep, big around. And then I had one of those tomato cages I put on the top of it so the tomato plant could grow in there. I bought some sunscreen today when I was at Walmart that was on sale because, you know, I'm not getting any younger and now that I'm losing weight, I'm starting to see a lot more wrinkles. And so I thought, I might need to protect my skin, at least my face. And so I bought this little stick type thing, kind of like a chapstick, but it's wide and you just, rub it on your face. So my face feels kind of not greasy, but I can tell I've got something on my skin. And I'm kind of like, I'm going to get used to that feeling because I'm not used to I don't wear makeup or anything like that. But I am thinking I need some kind of a skincare routine to do something to keep my skin moisturized so that I don't end up looking like a dried up old prune. So if anybody has any names of products or routine that they normally do, you could leave me a comment and let me know things to check out, and I will definitely look into them. That's one thing about me. I love to do research on things. I usually don't buy anything without having researched it first. So Mimi says, Echo, I'll mail you some Mary Kay samples. Oh, yes. I forgot you do Mary Kay. Mimi's Place does Mary Kay, y'all, if anybody's interested. And I could get skincare from Mary Kay, couldn't I? I most definitely could. Okay, great idea, Mimi. See, I knew somebody would be able to help me out with that. I wasn't even thinking about you and your Mary Kay, though. I really wasn't. I went to a Mary Kay party years and years ago where they, help you do a facial on you and then help you put on makeup. And I've just never been one to wear makeup. Um, but I do want to take care of my skin. That's for sure. So does Mimi drives a pink caddy? I don't know if she drives a pink caddy or not, but she definitely sells Mary Kay. So, and she has a Facebook page for it. Mimi, if you want to drop that link in the chat, be my guest. Um, if anybody has a live coming up, a video, um, a premiere, anything they want to advertise or whatever, go ahead and drop it in the chat. I don't know if I'll do another live before the weekend. Oh, Mimi's page is private. Okay, so what you do is you go over to Mimi's place channel, leave her a message there, and then she can send you an invite. Well, I yeah, BJ. I've seen the pink caddies driving around. Yeah. I think you have to be kind of high up in the company to get that to be able to drive that. Probably, I don't know. But anyway, I am still trying to get my mini waffle maker um, video done. Welcome in, Bud Files. Um, every time I use it, I'm about halfway through using it, and I say, "Oh, that would I could have videoed that," but I didn't. So I'm gonna have to this weekend make a point to do the video when I make it because I want you all to see how interesting that turns out. Oh wow, Mimi says there's other free cars they can get too. Woo, woo. Um, so I am going to be getting that video out, and I'm starting September the 3rd. I'm going to start a 4-week series on happiness. I really think that happiness is a choice, and we have to choose it, and we have to choose it every day. And so I'm doing some research on different aspects of happiness. So I will be having a 4-part video series coming out for that. Um, yeah, the mini waffle maker is so doggone cute. And what I have to do with all these recipes that I'm learning how to make is once I perfect the recipe and get it to where that's how I'm going to, that's how I'm going to do it every time I make it. I have to figure out how much protein, calories, sugars, fat, all of that per serving so that I can put it in my Verytastic app to be able to track all of that. So right now, I'm still not eating a whole lot when I do eat. So it's not that important right now to track everything, other than trying to make sure I get enough protein in. But as soon as I, um, like I said, perfect my recipes, I'm still playing around with the protein waffle batter recipe. Um, but I'm making like an egg salad with cottage cheese in it, tuna salad and chicken salad with cottage cheese in it instead of as much mayonnaise, things like that. So I'm trying to make them more protein, high protein, lower in the sugar and the fats. So I'll be working on those. And like I said, once I get it perfected, I will do videos and I will show you all how you can eat healthier versions of things that still taste good. I'm not one to eat a lot of crazy ingredients. Um, BJ says, food. Did you see the video I did the other day? Not sure if I did or not, BJ. Um, I'll put myself a little note right here to watch food video. I'm still trying to drink my water. I am putting the Crystal Light Walmart version of flavorings in the water. This is the Orange Crush or orange Starburst. Wait. Might be orange. Anyway, whatever it is, it's orange flavor. And I really like it. Yes, go ahead and post the link, BJ. That'll be fine. Then everybody can watch that video too. So I am still working on trying to get in enough fluid. And now that I'm going to the gym, I've got to up the fluid so that I make sure I don't get dehydrated. And I think the thing I liked best about going to the gym was the fact that I was doing it as part of taking care of myself. So it made me feel really good that I was taking care of myself and doing what I needed to do for myself. So that plays into your happiness as well. If you can take time, set time away. Oh, somebody's at my door. Hold on. Oh. Yeah.
I'm Trish's nurse.
Oh, there you go.
How about I left a message?
It's okay. I'm actually on the computer right now. I'm live, but you can have a seat and it'll just take me a few minutes. Yeah, I didn't get any message. They normally check with me the day before.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, my home health nurse is here. One that I haven't had before, and she said she left me a message last night, but I didn't get any message. So I'm going to go ahead and end this so I can go ahead and take care of that. And I will see you all next week. Y'all have a great week, and I'll probably be on to do a puzzle or something in the near future. And I'll have videos coming out as well. So thank y'all. Thank you for coming. Have a great week. I'll talk to you soon.